What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. In today's video we are going to be talking about why we cannot use a regular potting mix for succulents and why we have to make a special sandy mix for our succulents. Now yes, of course I also tend to grow foliage plants apart from succulents. For that I tend to use this soil mix. You can see now this soil mix is a mix of coco peat, garden soil and sand, because even our foliage plants, they prefer a loose, porous, well draining soil mix, yet which retains a slight amount of moisture. Hence we tend to use some coco peat to retain moisture. So this is our regular potting mix for our foliage plants or flowering plants, and this is the plain garden soil. Now I usually refer to it as garden soil, but this is the basic soil that we get in our region. It is slightly red in color because it's very high in iron content and also clay. Now I use only 20% of this soil in my succulent potting mix. After filtering it, you will get to know in some time why. And I also use this soil in my regular potting mix as well in a small quantity, but along with that I also add sand. So you can also see the difference in color. This is more red and this is more darker. Usually a darker soil is a sign that the soil is organic rich, because our foliage plants prefer organic rich soil. So you can also see there is a mass difference between the color as well. So this is our basic soil, which I refer to as garden soil. So we are going to do the water test method and you will be able to see why we do not plant any plants in this. Forget about succulents, not even our regular plants, because when I'm going to water this pot, you can see the water is going to pool in. It does not drain out immediately. It will drain out after some time, but it will take a long period of time. Now imagine if you have a plant or a succulent. Succulent, of course, you can't even think of growing it in this kind of soil mix. Your succulent will start to rot within a week or two. But even our regular plants, a lot of times we keep our plants outdoor in pots, and if it tends to rain continuously, you can imagine what's going to happen to this. Now you can see the water is still pooled in the pot. It is not draining out. I'm going to add some more water to it, and you can see the water has still not passed through the drain hole. It is still pooling in because the soil has a very high content of clay. It tends to get very sticky. It becomes very dense, compact, and it does not let the water flow out easily. In this, any kind of plant is definitely going to rot. That's why even for our foliage plants, we need to make a mix that has coco peat and sand for it to make well draining. Sand is the important component in this foliage mix in order for it to become well draining. You can see it has been couple of minutes and the water has slowly started to drain out, but it is at a very slow pace. As you can see, this is not a very ideal type of soil mix that you would want for any plant to grow. Of course, you can grow water lilies in this, you can grow lotus in this, or semi-submerged plants, but not any other terrestrial plants, because they will start to have issues. The water is draining out, but it is in a very slow form, which is not ideal for our plants. Now if you're going to take a look at our regular potting mix, we will go ahead and do a watering, and you'll be able to see that the water immediately starts to get soaked in. And as you can see, the soil has soaked all that water. It does not stay on the upper surface. I'm just going to water a little bit more because the soil is completely dry. That's why it's taking a little bit time for it to soak. But you can see every time that I'm watering it, the water tends to get pulled down. The soil was completely dry, so I'm going to water once again. And we are going to wait for the water to drain out. And you can see the water has started to drain out, and you can see how fast the water is draining out. Now this is the type of soil mix we need for our foliage plants. You can see how quickly the water has drained out and there's no water pooling in the pot. Whereas this one, it still has water. You can see this. It has not drained out. It's still pooling in water. but this one has completely drained out the water, so you can see. But this soil mix is going to retain slight amount of moisture which our regular foliage plants need. Now we cannot use this soil, for our succulents because it retains moisture. This will stay moist for at least let's say 5-6 days or even for a week. There will be slight moisture, it's not going to be so wet. By the 5th or the 6th day it is going to be dry, but it is not going to be completely dry because most of our foliage plants require slight amount of moisture. And when we notice around 1 to 2 inch of the upper layer of soil is dry, we go ahead and do a complete watering until the water starts passing through the drain hole. So this is for our regular foliage plants. So a lot of people tend to use coco peat for succulents. I would say it's not advisable. It is quite risky, especially for people who are from an environment wherein the temperatures are fluctuating every now and then. Like in my case, at times it's dry, at times it's very humid when it tends to rain. For me, using coco peat can be very risky. So this was the mix for our foliage plants. Now this is a mix for our succulents, which is 80% of aquarium sand and 20% of filtered garden soil. So I'm going to water this one too. This one is very porous. You can see the water does not even stay for a second on the upper layer of soil. You can see it has already started to drain. You can see this. It took even less time than our foliage mix. It has drained out all of the excess water, and this is how our soil needs to stay in order for our succulents to grow. And you can see it's very loose even after it has drained out. This is more than enough for our succulent to have a quick drink. All the excess water is going to drain out. Whereas the red soil, you can see it is still not drained out, and you can see this, how it sticks to this stick. Not a very ideal mix for any plants. It is very sticky, and I will also give you an update of how it looks on the 3rd or the 4th day. This is going to be a very bad mix for any plant. I'll give you an update on the 3rd day, and you'll get a fair idea of how much the soil has dried or how the soil looks after it has been completely dry. So after the soil has dried, this is how it tends to look like. Another interesting thing you can see, if I'm going to touch the edges, you can see the soil is leaving a lot of gap between the soil and the edge of the pot. You can see there is a gap. Now this will cause a false watering. Now false watering is basically when you are going to water, the water will escape quickly through these crevices that have been created, and the water will drain out, and it will give you an impression that you have done a complete watering, because ideally we say that when you tend to water your succulent, you have to do a complete watering until the water starts passing through the drain hole. So when you're going to add any kind of liquid fertilizer or you're going to add water, it will immediately escape through those edges, and it will give you an impression that you have done a complete watering, whereas the roots of the plant or the succulent has not received even a single drop of water. And if I'm going to turn this thing around, you can see this is how it's going to look like. It's going to be completely compact. The water is going to pass through and get into the bottom like this, and it will pass through from the bottom, whereas you can see this. So the water will pass through from the sides and it will come out from the drain hole, but the roots that are present inside will not get any water or nutrients, and eventually the succulent or the plant will start to get dehydrated and it will eventually die. One, it is going to be very compact. The roots will not be able to grow. Apart from that, the roots are not going to get any water. So please be very careful. Do not use a soil that turns compact like this. Whereas our regular potting mix that we tend to use for our foliage plants, it is going to be loose. It is not going to be like the previous soil mix, but it tends to retain a lot of moisture, because the foliage plants, they require slight amount of moisture. That's why we have made a soil mix that is going to work well for them. Hence it tends to retain a slight amount of moisture even though the upper layer of soil is dry. But if we are going to dig in, you can see it is still very moist. It's sticking to the stick. Now this kind of soil mix is not going to work well for our succulents because it retains moisture, and if this happens on a regular basis, of course the succulent roots will get rotted. This mix is loose, porous, well draining, retains slight amount of moisture. This mix is good for our foliage plants like monsteras, philodendrons, flowering plants, any regular plant that prefers slight amount of moisture, be it aglaonemas, caladiums, coleus. This kind of soil mix is going to work out really well because it retains slight amount of moisture. It contains coco peat, and hence we do not use this soil mix for our succulents. And this is how our succulent mix looks like after the third or the fourth day. You can see it's completely dry. If I'm going to use the stick and poke it all the way to the bottom of the pot, you can see it is completely dry, because we want to have a soil mix that tends to dry faster, be it in any season, whether summer, winter, or the monsoon season. Monsoon season is one of the most tricky kind of a season for succulents because the soil takes very long to dry. So in that case, this soil mix is going to work out really well. It tends to dry very fast. It is a mix of 80% aquarium sand and 20% of filtered garden soil. It's the same soil mix, but only 20% after filtering it, because you can see what's going to happen if you're going to use it in a large quantity. So our mix tends to dry very fast. It's still very loose, porous, well draining, does not get compact even after it is dry. So this is the type of soil mix in which our succulents roots will grow fantastic. They will be able to grow freely because between these granules there is enough space for the roots to grow. So that's about it, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.